Hello, hello, my beautiful people. How are you today? Stephanie Ani here in Concord, California, and I am doing a product review. I have completed 4 sets of cards. So these were actually started when I did the jelly press video, and so I've been working away at these. I've done them a little different than the first set of cards. Now this was absolutely 100% inspired by Seth Apter's class. I have used a different process, actually a substantially different process. Starts out the same, ends much differently. But since it is his process and he teaches a class on it and makes money on it, I don't feel that it's right for me to share the process with you. That's just how I am about it. So I was able to recreate the little folder. Again, this folder is inspired by Seth. It's a great class. If you ever have the chance to take his class, it's all about freedom of expression. It's about like loosening up and not being quite so exact about things. So this one is about the clock. I'm going to end up dunking things in my coffee again. This is about the clock. It's time, life, and then underneath of here, oops, my big hand, journey. The clock hands move, and it's time. It's time for you to enjoy your life and enjoy the journey and discover about yourself. So this is the royal blue set, the royal blue and copper clock set. And the cards, there are 35 cards in each of these sets. So the coloring, I want to make sure that you're able to see the variation in the color. How close can we get you? Pretty close. These are basically, so that's one side. Here's the other. See, look how pretty that blue is. Deep purples, royal blues. This one has some reds in it, some greens, some more copper. Always a touch of metallic in everything. But these would be suitable, gender neutral, and they do remind me of the night sky. And that's one of the things that I really love about them. And you say, oh, but they're blank. Yes, they are blank. Now with the first set that I did, I chose words to put on them for you. And I think that that's actually pretty limiting. So these can be used as a journal. Okay, this is a new type of bullet journal is what I've decided. This one. So you can write on these with Sharpies. You can write on these with gel pens, paint pens. Anything that's going to be white, that's a permanent ink. I would do it in a permanent ink. You can use also your darker pens. They just won't show up quite as much. You can do a bullet journal with these. You can write a good event and put a date on it. And then you can take the card again later on in the year and write a good event and put a date on it. And then you can do it again on the back side or the front side, write an event and a good thing and the date. And then at the end of the year, you would have a full deck of cards of good events. And it's a gratitude. It's a total gratitude journal that you've created. You could write down things that you learn. You could write down good words. You could make your own oracle cards. You could take 24 of them and make the Major Arcadia. You could do tarot cards out of them. You can take an individual card and you can make that card into a tag in your book. You can put a rivet on it. You can stamp one side, or you can stencil one side an image on it. I've done 95% of the work, and how you want to decorate them or how you want to use them, that's completely up to you. Right? So, They go into their little holders very easily. Now, if you put too much more stuff on it, it's going to be tight. It's going to make this little thing pretty tight in here. You just might not be able to put all the cards in. Use the cards as a bookmark. You know, you don't have to have all 35 of them in there. So here's how I close it up. Take the ribbon, take it here. So that way the cards do not come out. All right, and then I'm trying to tie it in a bow over here on the side. Okay, so here's our clock. Here's our little package. Here's our gift. Here's our gift to ourselves. So they're not going to come out if you tie them up this way. Cool, huh? So that's the royal blue clock set. Next, I have 4 of these. I love making these. I love making these. If you guys buy them, then I can make more of them. That's the goal. All right. And this is the teal and copper. It's nice that the sun is out. Well, the sun's not really out, but we're getting a light through the windows, so you can actually see the true colors. This reads, "What lies before us and what lies behind us are small matters compared to what lies within us." So this is about finding your true north. And again, this moves. Finding, you know, the inside says, reality has limits, imagination is boundless. So it's all about exploring and self-reflection. There's the inside. There's the back side. This will be the teal compass set. And they're keys. There's a key on there because, you know, it's the key to figuring out who you are. You can change those things that I have attached on there. You definitely do not. If you have a charm that is special to you, if you have somebody give you a locket, you could easily tie it onto that string. You know, something that is important to you. Okay. And each one is just completely ready to be decorated. Just making sure you're getting as good of light as possible. There's the back side. So these are pretty similar on both sides. The one side has more of the seafoam color, and well, they're actually quite similar on both sides. Oh, this one's cool. The blues, the greens, the golds. So this one has less of the seafoam on the one side. And I love how they've turned out. I'm in love with them. I want to make more. So you guys must buy these. I know I probably keep showing you the same things over and over here. Let's do, well, that's same there. It's got a little purple in it. All the different beautiful colors. Again, a Sharpie, a paint pen, however you want to do it. And it closes up, and we take this here, we wrap it up like a present, and put a bow on it. Or, well, if you want to just put a knot, I wouldn't put a knot on it because it'd be a little bit harder to open and close. You can put a piece of leather on it. However you want to do it. You can change out the ribbon. The ribbon's not glued on there. You can change it out. So that's set number 2. This is set number 3. This is the octopus set. This is purples and coppers. And I just think that octopus is really awesome. and the inside. So they have, you know, maybe a little bit more of a steampunk feel, or I have taken the Stabilo around this edge, so it's a little bit grungier feeling. Again, these are gender neutral, or I try to keep them gender neutral. So these cards are purples and blues and coppers. All right, and then on this side, just trying to make sure that the colors are as true as possible that I'm showing you here. Sometimes the light catches that copper a little bit too much, and it kind of throws off the rest of the color on the... My shirt is mint green, basically, my sweatshirt. So this is a very similar color. I love that color, of course. All right, so that is the octopus set. They fit very nicely in here. Sometimes you do have to push down, you know, until, excuse me, until that tape, you know, really sets in there. You just kind of have to push it down. It's all part of being a, you know, a handmade product. There's going to be little issues with that. All right. Now this doesn't have anything dangling off of it. You know, with some of these, I just didn't want to overdo it. As far as, let's see, there. As far as decoration, you know, keeping something gender neutral is a little tough because, you know, but again, you can, if you have an old key, if you have, whatever, everybody's got little charms laying around, right? Or go to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Tuesday Morning and go buy a special little piece that you want on there for yourself. All right? These are meant for you to decorate. And this is the Crown and Wings set. And this says, I want to be improbable and afraid of nothing as if I had wings. That's me. I want to be improbable and afraid of nothing as if I had wings. If you don't attempt it, you're not going to get anywhere, right? If you just put your artwork under the bed, it's not going to get anywhere. I don't want to be afraid. I want to be able to go fly and find my... See there, I'm putting too much of my interpretation in it. But that is where it comes from. Again, you can change out this ribbon if you want. It's silk. Now, I did not put anything on the inside of this. The back has its own card also. The reason why I didn't put anything on the inside is that, for one, the paper is stunning. And it is paper. It's paper construction. Yeah, you're going to have to be a little bit careful with it. You know, if you want to put something on it, though, go for it. I want you to use these in a manner that you feel is fitting for you. Do whatever you want. It's your journal, right? So with these, I did do an extra stencil on one side. Actually, it's a couple of stencils on each piece, right? The colors in here are, again, that light blue and copper and a darker blue, a purple, kind of a periwinkle purple. And with the stencil, I tried to keep it a lighter color so that you could see it. And then the backs or the fronts, however you want it, again, is a very similar color scheme. But these definitely have separate sides. And you can easily make those separate sides. on all of these decks. You can go through and stencil the other cards and have one side be a certain thing. You know, with my original set, I had that circular stencil, and I really loved that stencil. I wish I would have bought it while I was there, but I didn't, unfortunately. So these are the cards. These are the cards that I've made. Now I'm going to put these up in Etsy, in my Etsy store. It's Stephanie Ani Design. StephanieAunie Design, DESIGN, with no spaces. That is the only way you're going to find me on Etsy. There are no spaces in it. There's no S. They don't even come up with Stephanie Ani. I've tried their search. It's a little frustrating. I thought about changing the name of the store, but then it's like, well, how do people find me if I've got something just random? So it's hard. It's hard to know how is the best way to do this. So that's it. That's what I've come up with. Again, they're blank. I haven't put anything on them. So these are going to go up on Etsy. I'm going to put them up here in just a little bit after I get some pictures of them. And they will be up for sale, of course, at the Treasure Fest this weekend. I will shut down the store while I am at the Treasure Fest, not this weekend, but the day after Thanksgiving. So that's what I've been doing. You got to buy them, because if you buy them, then I can make more of them. And I like making these. I'm like making these a lot. I have purchased more raw materials to make more of these. Ta-da! Okay, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope you all are staying safe. It's very smoky out there for us. Actually, it's less smoky today. I wonder if the fires are getting a little bit more under control. That would be great. Great. Have a great day, everyone. We'll chat soon. All right.